Hey there, Synth Drones. Today we're going to be talking about Roland versus Behringer. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone, and this is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. Hit the subscribe button and tap that bell to keep up with all of my synth adventures. Well, guys, things are starting to heat up big time over here. Well, not over here, but I guess over there with Behringer and Roland, because Roland has filed for trademark in Germany and in America for their TB303s and their TR808s. So what does this mean? Well, basically, they're just going with the design aspect, and I'm believing it's a visual aspect, okay? The color scheme, maybe even the layout of the machine itself, who knows? But Roland is definitely trying to protect their intellectual property. And I believe this is because Behringer has finally stepped up to the point where they're getting really nervous, Roland is, getting really nervous that these new clones that Behringer's coming out with just might be the dominating market piece that Behringer needs to overtake the synth world and become the #1 synth company themselves. Could that be? Could that actually happen? Could Behringer be onto something so big, so awesome, so incredible that Roland is getting nervous? Now, if you guys remember, I did a video about could Roland sue Behringer? Well, I got to tell you guys something. It certainly looks like it's going to head into court, because why else would Roland take the time to start trademarking their designs if they weren't ready to lawyer up and go after Behringer to try to block what they're doing in the cloning world? Now, it's interesting because the stuff that Behringer is cloning is over 20-something years old, and I don't really know how much rights that, well, now copyrights can last the lifetime, okay, and then 150 years, okay? But I don't know how long they can hold on to something that basically is free market out there. And what I mean by that is you have already a bunch of other clones out there that imitate the TR808 and the TB303. And where can you draw the line and say, well, this is infringing on my copyright? Now, just be clear that this copyright is all about visual design. They want to copyright their color scheme, and I'm assuming the layout of their buttons and their knobs and how the machine looks. That's what I'm assuming. Now, I could be wrong on that, but you know, you'd have to really read through all the documents and find out exactly what they're trying to do. With that being said, we already know that Behringer has changed their color scheme, leaning away from the colors of the original TR808. Now, they probably already saw this coming, anticipated it, or just caught wind of it somehow, some way, so they're already going into the redesign aspect. But what this really, really begs to ask the question of is once again, is Roland getting ready to sue Behringer once they release all of this? Now, understand that you don't have to win a lawsuit to cause problems for another company. You don't have to win a lawsuit to actually stop another company and or persons from doing what you don't want them to do. In most cases, you can irritate the person with the lawsuit and cause them so much problem, so much friction that they just give up on the idea or settle out of court somehow. Maybe Roland is hoping for some kind of royalty or something. Who knows? I don't know. And now, if Roland is doing this, right, then what is Sequential going to be doing, formerly known as Dave Smith Instruments? What are all these other synth companies going to be doing once, you know, Behringer starts rolling out their clones? Are they going to be starting to file copyrights and trademarks and all of this, and patents maybe, and all of this other stuff that Roland is doing to protect their property as well? And let me ask you guys a question. If you had invented something, okay, 20, 30 years ago, but you're still in business today, and somebody was copying your ideas and copying your work, how would you take that? Would you want to protect your property? Is it Roland's property to protect? What do you guys think? You know, these machines from what I understand, they weren't really well received when they first came out. It wasn't until people became creative with them that they started to make an impact in the music world. And we're only seeing, 10, 20 years later, what an incredible impact that these machines had made. But at the time, they didn't do as well as they would do today in today's market. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? Do you think that Roland has a claim here? Do you think Roland is just trying to bully Behringer? What's your opinions? Leave them in the comments below. And again, hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already done so, check out patreon.com/PureAmbientDrone. Support me over there, because you know what? Your support encourages me to continue with these videos. As always, I love all of you guys. Welcome your comments, but please, no comments on pronouncing Behringer. We already went through that on some other videos, and Behringer themselves replied to one of my videos where I asked them how to pronounce it. You guys need to check that out. Love all you guys. Until next time, keep calm and synth on.